Welcome back. Time to set you up for today's trading action, and our research team is here with all of the things that you need to know. Now, the important thing to know is the fact that the GIFT Nifty is currently indicating a gap down start to the August series, and currently the implied open is suggesting a 140 point downtick, which means we'll open somewhere close to that 24,650, 24,670 mark. It'll be important to see how the benchmark indices start off. Now, of course, they're set to open lower, but we'll be opening close to very important support levels. Now, remember, yesterday's low of 24,609 was the fact that yesterday's low actually was of 24,639. We was lower than the day before's low, but the fact that we have not managed to break this week's low, which is 24,598, and that continues to be an important line of defense for the bulls, and we reversed from those levels yesterday as well, although we ended lower, but it was a substantial recovery from the lows of the day. Now, the other important thing to note is the fact that we are beginning a new series today, so there are stocks that will go out of the FNO space, there will be stocks that will enter the FNO space, and historically the Nifty has gained in 3 out of the last 4 August series. So the history is certainly kind to the index this time around. And of course, when we get more onto the FNO data, Sudarshan will tell you more as to why the August series has been kind to the Nifty. But as of now, as things stand, the Nifty is set for its 5th consecutive weekly loss. It's been declining for the last 4 weeks, and in case it wants to snap that streak, it will have to close above the mark of 24,837. Now, that becomes an important level on the upside, because that 24,850, 24,950 zone is where the Nifty has managed to find continued resistance all through this week and has not managed to sustain above those levels. So 24,837 is an important level to watch on the upside. As of now, the index is down around 0.3%, and you can see the weekly losses that we have had. They may look smaller in percentage terms. Of course, the quantum is a lot larger in terms of points, because from last week's high of around 25,250 odd, we have corrected almost 450, 500 points from those levels on the index. The Nifty Bank, of course, that is one segment that is insulated from any form of tariff related drama, and you can see the fact that it recovered from the lows, and that was the primary reason why the Nifty recovered from the lows of the day in yesterday's trade as well. But it could not sustain on the highs, and there's some selling pressure towards the final half of the trading session as well. But it closed below the mark of 56,000, the Nifty Bank. That is an important level to watch. It had not done so until the 19th of June, and it was the first time after the 19th of June that the index has closed below that mark. So that is an important level to watch for the Nifty Bank as well, and this is despite resilience shown by both HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank, the two biggest constituents of the Nifty Bank. Today, of course, tariff related developments continue to hog the limelight. Earnings reactions will be aplenty. We'll see reactions from Coal India, we'll see reactions from Swiggy and a lot of other names. ITC reports results today, so it's yet another day that will be linked to results. And of course, the all important US jobs data that comes in later this evening will be a key factor to watch out for. But for now, the GIFT Nifty is indicating a gap down start for our own markets. But the bulls would definitely be hopeful that the kind of resilience that was shown in yesterday's trading session spills over to today's session as well. Over to Rhea, who would list out the stocks that you need to keep an eye out for today. It's a long list that she has. Rhea, good morning.
Well, yes, good morning. Let's take a look at the stocks that are going to be in focus today. A lot of earnings to watch out for. First up is Coal India. The revenue has come in at rupees 35,842 crores versus our estimates of just about 34,990 crores. Margins have also been above estimates at 34.9% versus estimates of just about 31%. For Eicher Motors, the net profit has come in at rupees 1,205 crores, largely in line with estimates. Revenue has come in at rupees 5,041 crores versus our poll of 5,017 crores. For Mankind Pharma, the net profit has gone down by around 18% on a year-on-year basis, although the revenue has seen an increase of around 24.5% compared to Q1 of last year. For PB Fintech, the net profit and the revenue have both seen increases of around 40% and 33.5% respectively on a year-on-year basis. For Swiggy, the net loss this time around has widened to about rupees 1,197 crores versus a loss of just about 611 611 crores in Q1 of last year. The revenue, although, has gone up by 54% on a year-on-year basis. For Thermax, the revenue has come in at rupees 2,150 crores below our estimates, and the margin has come in at 10.5% versus estimates of 8.2% for Q1 of FY26. For JSW Energy, net profit has seen an increase of over 42% on a year-on-year basis. Even the revenue has seen an increase of over 78% compared to the previous year. Shifting away from earnings, PNB Housing will also be in focus today. The MD and CEO of the company, Girish Kousgi, has resigned with effect from the 28th of October of this year. For Gujarat Gas, they've announced a collaboration with Wari Energy for sustainable energy solutions. And lastly, UPL will also be in focus today since Morgan Stanley Asia has bought about 15.8 lakh shares of the company for a total value of rupees 82.24 crores.
Interesting list there. Morgan Stanley continues to remain a buyer in UPL, also reporting results today. So we'll keep an eye out for that stock as well. And lastly, Sudarshan joins in with cues from the F&O space to set you up for what promises to be a pretty exciting August series. Sudarshan, good morning.
Good morning, Harmas. So it's the beginning of August series, new series, and one phrase that comes to mind for market is we are down but not out. And that's what reflected in yesterday's market move. We saw big intraday recovery in the first half. At the end, we did lose some gains, but the close was not that bad, even though Nifty, even Nifty Bank and Sensex closing in the red. Now, following the overnight cues, it's not favorable, and that's the reason GIFT Nifty is indicating a start with a cut of more than 140 points. Now, coming to the flows, that cues are reflecting in the flows as well, both in the cash market as well as derivative market. You'll see FIs continue to be on the sell side. Yesterday in the cash market, FIs have sold more than rupees 5,580 crore, but it was fully offset by DIs on a regular basis. And yesterday also, DIs have bought more than rupees 6,300 crore. In the derivative market, in the index futures, FIs have sold more than rupees 1,200 crore, and they have reduced both long and short positions. And now long exposure for FIs are at 10%, which is at lowest level since April of 2023. So what does happen if FIs longs are at these levels around 10 to 9% or 10 to 15%? Just look at the history. In April 2023, FIs long exposure was 9%. So over the next 4 series, Nifty has seen an up move of more than 2,500 points. Next, November 2023, FIs long exposure was 11%. So in the next 2 series, Nifty has seen a move of almost 3,000 points. Next comes February of 2025, when FI long exposure was 11%, and in the next 5 series, Nifty has moved higher by almost 2,300 points. So how was July series? We snapped gaining streak after 4 series, and Nifty had fallen almost 800 points. But if you look at the history in the previous, what has happened in the August series, in 2021, Nifty had seen a big move of almost 5.4%. In August 2022, Nifty has seen an up move of 3.5%. In 2023, we did see a fall of 2%. In 2024, again, we were up almost 3%. So in 3 of the last 4 August series, Nifty had seen a big up move. Now, what will be the main key triggers as we start the new series, that is the August series? First, the commentary around tariffs, because market will keep reacting to, so we'll continue to focus what exactly Trump says. Second, RBI policies on August 7th, so NBFCs and financials will be in focus. Remaining Q1 results, market will keep tracking. And last, festive season starts, so all the consumer and auto companies will be in focus. Lastly, talking about the stocks, 10 stocks are out of F&O. Some of those are ACC, Balkrishna, Chambal Fertilizer, Aarti Industries, Birlasoft. But 2 stocks have entered F&O, and those 2 are Nuvama and Suzlon. So keep an eye on these stocks as well.
Very interesting list there. 10 stocks out of the futures and options space and 2 new ones entering the F&O space. It's some flashes on your screen. White House officials have exclusively told CNBC-TV18 that these modified reciprocal tariffs that we spoke about will take effect from the 7th of August. And this should be taken not as an extension, but of course to prepare the Customs Department for the implementation of these tariffs. We take a short break. On the other side, cues from the commodities market. Stay tuned.